Hello and welcome back to Fallout 4. This episode is going to be a little bit different in that when I went to go edit this, all of my commentary was gone. No idea where it was. Just a completely dead channel is what it imported with no sound whatsoever. So this is all post-commentary. So I'm not really sure what I said in this episode. I'm actually pretty far ahead in recording to when I'm editing. So I was probably talking about some weird stuff, probably mods, I don't know, doesn't matter. But what I do want to talk about in this episode is Owen himself. I haven't really spent much time thinking about kind of his backstory and the way the character is, because I kind of build in a little bit of it, and well, it doesn't really work for me. It's been kind of hard to just kind of come up with things. And I haven't been playing as well as, say, in my Skyrim episode as Sydney, where I kind of really know that character. Oh, and I don't know, feel kind of lost. So I'm going to use this episode to go into that more in depth. I will stop talking as things kind of happen, and I kind of talk in the world so that you're not trying to listen to both of them at the same time. So Owen, oh yeah, this is a little fight between raiders, and then a weird conversation afterwards. So yeah, Owen was the middle child, the third of four children, kind of the often forgot child.
Sir, would you happen to know the way to Bunker Hill?
Why do you need to go there?
I can't divulge my...
No way anyone survived.
Yeah, this guy would not stop walking away from me.
Yes, we are. Sure.
Excuse me, sir.
I didn't know if there was a quest or anything to go with this, so I just kind of kept trying to talk to him. Didn't work well.
Why do you need to go there?
I can't divulge my reasons, but I need to get there urgently.
It's like, oh god,
Excuse me.
Excuse me, sir. Would you happen to know the way to Bunker Hill?
Sorry, I don't.
It's all right. I'm sure I can find it on my own.
Yeah, good luck with that. So anyway, he was very intelligent as a child. He basically got his mother's intelligence. She was a professor of mathematics at Harvard. I'm just going to assume they still call it Harvard in this world. And his father was a judge. And so Owen was very intelligent, a very charismatic person, and was very self-sufficient. So largely he found a lot of free time, a lot of time when his parents were either focusing on his other children or on anything else, and they just kind of let him be, since he didn't really seem to need very much. And so this gave him a lot of the free time to go and kind of pursue his own interests. One thing that his father was he felt the need that if there's going to be a room, it needed to be properly decorated. That is the function that it was supposed to be. For example, they had a dining room. They never ate in the dining room, except for maybe family gatherings. For the most part, it was in the kitchen, but they still had a full dining set and all the other things you would expect to find in the dining room. This also went out to the garage. Owen's father and mother were not much into tinkering or doing anything in the garage, and they had full sets of brand new tools that Owen kind of took on as his own. So he tinkered a lot, learning how things worked, taking things apart, putting them back together, building new things. And that was pretty much how he spent most of his childhood. In school, he was a very good student, right at the top of his class, and was also one to be a very good mediator of things that kind of were going on. Any fights that were breaking out, he often interposed himself as the mediator, trying to restore peace and order, if you will. Yeah, that was a huge trunk and a lot of radiation. he then was all set to go to college when the war broke out, and being one that felt the need to restore peace whenever he could, he joined up, volunteered.
Hold it.
And, oh god, these guys.
Anyone coming through this area of fear. Cost 1,000 caps.
What if I don't pay?
Then my instructions are to terminate any civilian agitators. That means I kill you.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Guess we're doing this the hard way then.
Yeah. Didn't realize how powerful they were going to be. And so I took a different route. And it went much better. Yeah, so he joined into the military, where he quickly became an officer. And was leading a group of men, and learned how to shoot. Obviously, was one of the better marksmen of his squad. I don't know military terms at all, so I don't actually know what that would be. Not a platoon. I know platoons are bigger, but yeah, whatever. Group of men. We'll go with a group of men. Yeah, this was a tough fight. Really tough fight. He still kept his big sense of justice. Kept that throughout the war. And then after the war, he went back to college. He went for engineering, and that's where he met his future wife, who was in for law. Gravitated well towards him, being his father was a judge. And of course, his father and his future wife hit it off really well, as would be expected. And then, of course, all of this happened. And now he's searching for his son. I'll probably think of some more other things that would really kind of define more of the background for him, but I think that's a good, kind of solid foundation of what he was.
What?
Oh, God.
Say something?
Why do they
Sure, ask away.
always want to talk of the worst
Everything
times?
that's happened with you and your family. It's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Huh. You're a tougher nut than I thought. Tougher than I was. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point. And folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Broken mask?
This was long before I'd moved to town, but apparently some gentleman type shows up in Diamond City, heads down to Power Noodles. Guess he didn't like the food because he pulled his pistol and opened fire on the folks enjoying theirs. When security finally put enough holes in him to drop him, they say he was full of servos and sprockets, just like yours truly. Seems he malfunctioned, went berserk. It was the first time people realized that synths had stopped looking like me and started looking like them. Considering what these folks went through, I felt real lucky they let me in the front gate at all.
Massacre of the CPG? What's that?
The Commonwealth Provisional Government. Years back, a group of settlements tried to get together and form a coalition. Every settlement with even a hint of clout sent representatives to try and hash out an agreement. Only the Institute sent a representative of their own, a synth. The man killed every rep at the talks. The Commonwealth Provisional Government was over before it even got off the ground. I took up in town not long after. I was damn lucky they didn't just tell me to scram right then and there.
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
Was it hard settling in?
Well, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving?
Yeah, probably would have been good to not talk right then. I don't know why they are even able to talk to you right after. Oh yeah, here I'm trying to think, do I actually want to take his uniform? How cool do I think it? No, I decide not to. These guys seem like dicks. I don't want anything to do with them. This is kind of near the end of where I've actually played through, so I don't actually know who those are. Or if maybe I should have paid them. Probably not. I don't think I would have liked to pay them. So yeah, here I am going to do that. The quest for Oberon Station. And hopefully that goes pretty well. I did edit out a failed attempt at going to do this, I think. Or maybe this is my failed attempt. I don't remember. Normally I don't do that. I let my failures just be there. But, it was a good another 10 minutes or so. Yeah, this is definitely my my successful one. I just, being that it didn't have my commentary in it, and I didn't feel like sitting here doing this for an additional 10 minutes, I decided to remove it. But know that I failed miserably on the first one. Not even going to try and hide it. I did get inside. It was at the boss fight in this one. There was 2 of them, and killed the boss, and the second one came up when I was reloading and hit me in the head. Yeah. Happens. Yeah, a little bit of looting. Didn't do much. They don't really have very much at this level anymore. They have up a little bit, but... yeah, I'm really liking the sniper rifle. Or I guess the hunting rifle with this sniper rifle. Turning it into a sniper rifle. It works really well. Also having all three of them I kind of like too. You know, it feels something like cheating, but I don't know. I like them.
Playing games with me, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to use for a gun. I like this laser rifle or the pistol. It's probably gonna become my main weapon. Yeah, see, so here I'm like really cautious because last time there was two of them. I'm like, alright, let me kill this one real quick. Did I miss that chest? I don't know if I've ever seen that chest in the wall right there. Let's see here, did I find it? I don't know. I definitely find that one.
Playing hide and seek. Back.
I was just getting warmed up.
As he shoots fire, warmed up. Yeah, definitely missed that chest. Alright. Oh well. Really like that backpack on dog meat. It's a really good look, actually. Glad I installed that mod. Whoa! Yeah, that guy scared the crap out of me too when I did it. Just unloaded a clip into him. Yep. And I just kind of feel bad for this guy in here. Like, I'm like, okay, where's this guy? Where's this guy? Oh, you're standing there with a pool cue, and I'm just gonna shoot you in the head a bunch of times, and then it's over. And, of course, pick up all the glass. Because you need it all.
Lock's really strong.
Oh, right, and I had just leveled up. I think I did that. I think I cut that part out. And I was like, thinking about, like, oh man, maybe I'll go up to Master, maybe not. And I decided to go with something else. I forget what it was. And, of course, about seconds later, I find a Master Lock, of course. Yeah. I have taken it since. Big surprise. Really good place for loot, from what I found. And yeah, at this point I am, thinking about going back and doing some more settlement building, so I am picking up everything I can and just seeing what there is, and yeah. I find that really funny too. Bear taking a poop and reading a newspaper.
Got it.
Oh god, there needs to be a mod that lets me move them. That would be really nice, because they get in my way all the time. Yep, trip to trap. And I think I jump a bit up. No, I don't. Not quite yet. Or did I? Maybe I did. Forget what I was doing when I was editing. Oh yeah, going back to talk to Piper. Guess I could have edited all this out. Oh well. I'm right there anyway. So I help with kind of putting all of those thoughts into the video. It maybe like kind of expands the character for me in my mind for Owen. And maybe I roleplay him better. I feel like when I play Skyrim, I know Sydney really well. I know, kind of what he's thinking about at any time and what to do with him and, how he's going to respond. I think it also might come to the fact that I voice acted myself, and this one has a voice actor. Kind of feel slightly more detached from it. Maybe... Oh, hey, we have the scaffolding now. But yeah, by the way, when I recorded this and between now has been a long time, which has been a while since I've actually posted anything, and the new DLC just came out. So now we have those scaffolding, I just noticed. Those are going to be fun to play with.
So, this is the famous Diamond City. I suppose I hope to find one of a...
Yeah, just checking to make sure I had everybody. Oh, I want to hear what he said. I like bringing Cuthbert around. I like what he has to say.
Public is here. Pull the wool out from under your eyes.
Hey, Nat.
Hey, mister, that interview you did with Piper is really selling. Here's your free copy.
Well, of course it's selling if you're giving away for free.
Super salon can give you the hairstyle of your dreams.
I think that was the first time I ever noticed that there was actually plates on the ground. Or maybe I'd seen them, just not home plate.
Read the public and be prepared.
Love how I come in and just like, hey, here's some money. Mm-hmm.
Nikki Valentine walks into my office for a change.
What can I say, Piper? You, me, and hard luck all seem to run together like acid rain down an old sewer.
You, including your client here in that analogy? So, you two are finally letting me in on this little case of yours. What's the story?
We need help, Piper. This man named Kellogg kidnapped my son. But that wasn't all. He was working with the Institute. He gave them Sean.
The Institute. Oh boy. I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there, but to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is. Or how to get in.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg. Huh.
Man like that would have had access. In and out.
But we both know that angle isn't going to work.
Because he's dead.
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
So, what now?
Gets his brains blown out. Huh. His brains. You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
Who's this Dr. Amari?
I'll let her give you her life story in person. Let's stay focused. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find out if this is going to work.
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing. That old Merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
Actually, I think I already have something. Kellogg had this thing attached to his head.
Cybernetics, huh? We may have just won the lottery.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so... who's coming with you?
I have to go to the memory den either way, if I'm going to introduce you to Amari. But if you want to head there together, just say so. The silent routine isn't getting us anywhere.
Anything else you can tell me about the memory den?
It's in Good Neighbor, a little slice of trouble northeast a ways. The memory den ain't just a fancy name, it's literal. A lot of people give up all their caps just to relive the good parts of their lives. Over and over. But not us. We're gonna try to dive deep into someone else's mind. I can meet you there, or we can head out together.
I'll head out with Piper. We'll meet you there, Nick.
Sounds good. You two stay out of trouble. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back. Just a few more steps.